How do you know if a deal is going to be profitable or not? That is often the hardest thing to figure out. And you might be thinking, listen, if I sign this client for $5,000, like we're going to make all this money. But if you really break down after labor, taxes, marketing, acquisition costs, all that, maybe that 5,000 might actually be costing you money. So this is very simply what we do when we think about working with clients. We want to make sure that even if we engage, where do we get profitable and where is the actual revenue going to come from? Because you can generate a lot of leads, a lot of contracts, and a lot of clients, but if it doesn't make sense financially, you might want to stay away from those. So, for instance, let's take this one right here. Right, it's so we found this contract. It was Google Local Ads. I don't know necessarily if, and I actually don't care if they had a specific hourly that they wanted to pay someone, or they were looking for a specific like long-term engagement. What I need to figure out here, and the reason we'd say hourly budget, is to figure out what they said. Let's put that into one specific column that we can compare with, right? So for instance, it's pretty easy, to break down these comparisons right here and say, oh, maybe this contract might be better. But if you really break everything down into standardized forms, i.e., hourly, you can figure out which ones are maybe much more profitable for you to go after first and then come back to some. For instance, if you have an opportunity to work with someone for a year and they want to pay you $100,000, that's amazing. But maybe less amazing for someone who wants to pay you $100,000 for 3 months. Now, there's different outcomes and objectives. I can't control those, but what I can say, you compare those. You should probably go after the 3 month contract first because it's much more profitable in this case. So, for instance, we keep going down and say, oh, actually, the estimated monthly revenue, right? This is when you take the contract and deconstruct it. How much are they willing to actually spend? Maybe they say, or maybe we have to infer. What is the actual, cost that we think it's going to happen, right? So obviously there is a labor cost on your side if you're running a Google Ads campaign. So you have to factor that in, and then you figure out what you can actually charge from there. Then you can figure out a profit margin. What I like to do with my clients is figure out after marketing, labor, all the software expenses that have to go into this. I want to end at about 40% profit margin. So if we even just break these two down, we might have felt like going after this one might have been way better. But when we break it down like this, we can say that, oh, actually, this one might be much more profitable than this one right here. So this is a quick way to break down opportunities, contracts, and deals to understand who's the most profitable for you. And again, there might be other things you want to focus on. Like, is there a vibe fit? Do you actually want to work with that person? There's so many things that should go into that. What I can only control here is the profitability, all the contracts that number one, I generate, my clients get, and that you can now use to standardize who to prioritize going after, focus on who to close, and all that fun stuff. So if you have any questions, please let me know. Happy to break down anything here and help you generate more leads and more contracts that are more profitable for you. Have a great day. We'll talk soon.